Today, guys, on Beer Geek Nation, we are looking at the latest release from Lagunitas out of California. This is their Lil Sumpin Wild Ale, coming in at 8.8% alcohol by volume. This is essentially the big sister of Lil Sumpin Sumpin, which is their, it's a summertime release. It's basically a hoppy wheat. This one, they kind of amped up the hops, they amped up the malt, make it a bigger beer. And the trick to this one is they use a different yeast strain in it. And I guess that's the wild part. They're actually using the Malt yeast strain, which is a classic kind of Trappist yeast strain. They make a killer triple. That's the yeast strain I use in all my homebrewed triples, a lot of my Belgian higher gravity beers. Love that yeast strain, know exactly how it tastes. So I'm looking forward to see how it plays out in this one. This is essentially a Belgian double IPA, I guess if you're gonna call it, maybe a Belgian triple, a hopped up Belgian triple. So looking forward to this one. If you guys, and the price point, you just can't beat it. It's 38 bucks, 39 bucks for a case of 24. That's impossible to beat. If you guys are in Central PA, definitely check out Bresky Beverage. Jeff has them over in stock there. So with that said, let me get it into a glass so that you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give you the final verdict on Lagunitas Lil Sumpin Wild Ale. All right, guys, the aroma on Lil Sumpin Wild. Wow, definitely getting a big hoppy presence in this one. Mandarin orange, I'm getting immediately. I'm getting some pineapple, West Coast kind of grapefruit, pine needle type characteristic. Nice bready malt backbone to it. Definitely getting that Belgian yeast, slightly phenolic, but a little bit peppery, a little bit of sweetness coming off of it. Yeah, it just smells like a really interesting beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the Lil Sumpin Wild. Cheers. Wow, yeah, it's really, really an interesting beer. It drinks exactly like an IPA, but at the same time, it drinks like a Belgian triple. It's really just kind of battling each other out right at the front of the tongue. Nice hop bitterness. Again, I'm getting a big orange component to this one, an orange candy, maybe a little bit of mandarin orange, a slight floral, kind of sweet tropical note in there as well. A little bitterness in the front of the tongue. Middle of the mouth, big body on this one. This is where like the Belgian triple element starts to come into it. You're definitely getting that yeast characteristic in the middle of the mouth. Big, bready, kind of sweet notes, a little bit of a phenolic characteristic, a little bit of like a earthy kind of spiciness in there as well. Lots of tropical fruits from the hops in the middle of the mouth as well. Pretty dry aftertaste, slightly dry, not exactly, you know, full-blown West Coast IPA or anything. Aftertaste, definitely more of that tropical, floral, fruity type of hops, getting a little bit of that breadiness in the aftertaste as well, that yeast characteristic kind of lingering throughout the flavor, throughout the taste of the whole beer itself. 8.8%. You know, you do get a little heat in there, but I think it kind of helps to accentuate some of the hop characteristics that might have been overwhelmed a little bit by the Westmalle yeast, but overall, it's just a really, really nice drinking beer. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Lil Sumpin Wild, 8.8%. It's seasonal release, so get it while you can. Guys, gonna give this one an A-. You know, for me, this one is pretty much my perfect example of what a Belgian IPA should be, or a hopped up triple, Belgian triple should be. You know, it has that underlying Belgian characteristic that you're getting from that Westmalle yeast, the bready, slightly phenolic, a little bit of spiciness in there, but it's hopped up like an American IPA should be. Big tropical notes, a little bit of that piney West Coast resin kind of characteristic in there, and it all really comes together to form a perfect package of what a Belgian IPA should be. There's no, you know, sometimes Belgian IPAs can be very disjointed. It can be either, you know, all Belgian or all IPA. This one just fires on all cylinders, and it just works really well all together. So getting an A- from me, and for the price, it's impossible to beat this beer. Definitely Lagunitas is at the forefront of beer pricing, if that makes any sense at all. They're awesome, awesome, awesome. So getting an A- from me, and remember folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.